Okay, so let's look at this thing scientifically, logically. Let's break it down. Life is a short bitch. Anyone who chooses life over principle is short-sighted, has shortcomings, comes up short when it comes to understanding God, right? It's not very long. Life is short. Let's look at it in terms of years, right? The craftsman is basically shallow his whole life. He's like a nerd, right? It's kind of like children backwards, right? Nerd-like, right? They're nerd-like, okay? The craftsman is shallow his whole life, and he's insistent on everyone being shallow like him, doing sports, right? Sports have no place in determining what it is to be a man, right? That's why martial arts, they become limited to sports and the Olympics, right? This is worldly, it's effeminate, right? It's like polo, it's like badminton, right? It's silly, it's effeminate. It's not intensely masculine, you know, not even football, right? This is just a bunch of brutes, you know, in tights, you know, hurting each other, causing each other cognitive damage, right? A man has to have the utmost awareness, sense, and this kind of moral martial art focus. Okay, it goes back to the words I always use: moral intelligence, moral will, moral precision, moral maturity, moral toughness, moral clarity, focus, moral intensity. Anyway, I'm running out of time. So when we look at who is the most like Pharaoh, okay, after we consider that the Pharaoh, he's going through life quickly, right? He's going through life quickly, putting things together. You know, the best years of his life are teenagers, right? You know, teen years, early 20s, then later 20s. As soon as he hits 30, he's really asking himself, is life worth living? It's miserable, right? He's not a craftsman. He's a martial artist, and he likes to intensely draw on the Spirit of God, not kind of come into some kind of yuppie a trance or something. Okay, so it's a significant difference. Okay, there's also the moral clarity in regards to facing the enemy, right? The one that withdraws is a coward. There's no excuse for not facing the enemy. Like the Bible says, resist to the point of shedding your blood. That you will die if you are moral. Okay, it is immoral to withdraw. You know, there's an emergency. There's urgency. One needs to take responsibility and to react. And to react masterfully like a martial artist reacting to being struck at. So we see a lot of these martial artists take this kind of craftsman stance. They're yuppies. As a result, they're not closer to Pharaoh. Well, who is more like Pharaoh? Well, think about Tupac, right? He said, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. What's he referring to? And all these cultures that are allowed uphold social norms and those social orders. And Tupac was trying to make his own social order, trying to put him above everyone on the planet pretty much, right? You know, he wasn't a perfect guy, but he represents the kind of thug who doesn't want to follow rules. Then every gang pretty much that's allowed is a gang that follows rules, that has an understanding with the police department and the corporations, and they do things a certain way, and they buy corporate products, and they sell drugs for the government, and so on and so forth, and they pimp human traffic, you name it, okay? All of them, they play their positions and take part in whatever their trade is, right? Craftsmen, you know, the trade, okay, the tricks of the trade routes. So Tupac, to pick, right? To pick. Real niggas do what they want to do, right? Bitch niggas do what they can, right? You're a slave, you're a sheep. You're just doing what you can. And quite often we see the New Age guys, they do the wolf thing, and they're basically wolf pack. They're basically slaves to their cultures. They're not truly doing what they want to do, you know, because they don't have the heart, the moral courage to do what they want. Anyway, so basically it's the top martial artist in the modern day, well, the last valid top martial artist. It's the thug who does what he wants to do, and he's trying to live his life. These guys have that in common. They want to live the best years of their life. They want women to respond to them based on something sensible, not the social norms and the psychological construct, but actually being alive, right? Other people are dead inside. That includes the other thugs who are the next closest to him. That includes the martial arts who take on a yuppie kind of fraternity culture, which puts them in a great disadvantage to the martial arts emerging with heart. A hero emerging with heart with a profound, the highest cause, versus some fraternity guy with a whistle around his neck. Hey guys, look, you kind of go like this and you go like this. Okay, do it with me guys, right? It's fucking stupid. You know, Flanders and them, put it with a black belt, has no chance against the leopard, the falcon son of the leopard, forged from the falcon tribes of Africa over tens of thousands of years. This guy emerges as the top martial artist bloodline and says, I am Pharaoh, and proves it beyond any doubt. Not only do they not have the heart to challenge him after that, not as individuals, They came in groupie, group bitch shit came later. But they have no semblance of a viable counter-argument, and to this day, in 2019, no one has any semblance of a viable counter-argument. So again, life is short. It's a bitch. Unless you're a complete evil, sniveling, crazy bitch, life is a bitch. It's short. Why would you rebel against God? That's stupid.